Last week, biblical question. Is there anyone smarter than you? We dealt with it somewhere yesterday in the fellowship. And check out the fellowship if you missed it. Or if you just want to watch it over again, rebuildingtheman.com/church, all right? Is there anyone smarter than you? No. You don't know that, but there's no one smarter than you. No one. Just because a person say they have a piece of paper called a degree, no matter what the degree may be, intellectual degree, doctor degree, lawyer degree, preacher degree, prophet degree, pastor degree, counselor degree, psychiatrist, psychologist degree, president degree, vice president degree. That's not a sign at all that they're smarter than you. Zero sign. And if you really pay attention, the so-called smart people are the one that created the hell on earth. They rob and steal from each other. They create wars. They create divisions. They fight and hunger for power. And when they get the power, they go out of control. And yet, you believe that they're smarter than you. And that's why when you go to a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, so-called counselor or psychiatrist, psychologist or whatever, you just take their word at what they say. They fast talk. They tell you whatever they want to tell you. And because you think that they're smarter than you put them on a pedestal, you take their word. And you walk into your own, and then you go home and cry. What a sad way to live. No one is smarter than you. No one. Know thyself so you can know that. Really. Know thyself so you can know that. Brand new biblical question. And it's like, I thought last week, I keep thinking the biblical questions are doozies. And then lo and behold, another doozy comes along. Lo and behold, another doozy. This one is a doozy. Matter of fact, we were torn between this one and another one. We'll use that one next week if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. This is a como televu. Si, senor. Y'all ain't got no sense. When my master said he sick, I said, yes, master, we sick. This is a doozy. What's the difference between the facts and the truth? What's the difference between the facts and the truth? This is like, And these biblical questions are for those people, men and women, boys and girls, who want to know themselves. Know thyself. And the problem with the world today, people of the world today, knowing thyself is probably the most unimportant thing about themselves. Most people can care less about who you really are, what's really going on with you. Some people do, but most don't care. They have no idea there's a reason to know thyself. So these biblical questions is to encourage you, those who want to know themselves, to know thyself. All right? But for those who love their hell, who love their misery, who love revenge and attacking others and just living in misery, it's not for you. Stay in your hell and suffer and die. You just gotta die. But for those who want to be free, know thyself. There is another reality a real way of living rather than this false way of living. It is a spiritual battle, a warfare between good and evil, right versus wrong. There is this woman, according to this report, and I haven't seen it yet, so my producer, Jared, was telling me about it in the meeting this morning. And so I don't know about that. I haven't seen it yet. From ABC 7. A Georgia woman forgave her husband killer. And in an emotional moment, hugged him in the court. Watch this from ABC 7.
A woman forgave her husband's killer and in an emotional moment hugged him in court. Regina Johnson embraced Joseph Tillman. He is the man who killed her husband in a hit and run. She told him she forgives him and that God loves him. Even the judge said he had never seen anything like it.
Joey doesn't know yet how much God loves him. Joey needs healing of things in his past, as we all do. That is our heart and prayer.
Tillman pleaded guilty to charges including homicide by vehicle, DUI, and reckless driving. He was sentenced to 20 years with prison time suspended if he completes a 2-year inpatient rehab program. The Johnsons were married for 50 years.
What do you think about that, Hake? I don't know, so I haven't said to Hake or anyone. What do you think about that?
Terrible.
Hake is here of the Hake Report and an expert on the Jesse Peterson show. So what?
Terrible story.
Which part? The forgiving part or the fact
Or the killing? Yeah, the killing of the older guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what you think about the forgiveness?
That's nice.
What's nice about it?
I don't know. It's just like it's just kind of like emotionally nice.
Oh, well, at least you have on the right shirt today, then.
My shirt reads, "You are a beta male." It's pointing at you, not me.
Oh, you like that emotional forgiveness was nice. He has on the right shirt, right, for the occasion.
It's a Christian woman. And there are 2 whites. Because there's a big white young man who apparently it sounded like based on the story, drunk driving and hit and run, killed the guy.
Yeah.
What a mess.
That what it said?
Yeah, that's what the clip mentioned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about Anchor Baby, the woman forgiving and hugging in the court like that?
Well, I know that it's nice because it's like, oh, I forgive you. It's Christian. But all my little ego came out. I'm like, I wonder what my first thought was, wonder what he's thinking in death, which is strange, right? It's like, what do I know what he's thinking? He's dead, but I wonder what he's thinking about that
dead
hug.
Man thinking?
Yeah.
No.
I'd be like,
I'd be like,
all right, honey.
Do you have an extra shirt with your Hake? But that,
I think I'd have to run out to front office, see if we have any.
Like, all right, honey, you forgave him, but okay, calm, relax. Like, stop hugging him.
Derek, what do you think about it, my producer? This forgiving in the courthouse like that. Yeah, come here. Real fast. My producer. Amazing. So what'd you think about it?
I don't know. I just judged it. I was thinking that guy's not gonna forgive or whatever.
What guy?
The guy who did the drunk driving.
He is not going to forgive?
Or he's not gonna. It was like a feel good moment. I don't know if that's.
The lady is forgiving him.
Right.
What do you mean by he's not going to forgive?
That's not the word I should be using. What am I thinking of?
I don't know what they're talking about.
thinking-
He's not going to change or repent
That's right.
or whatever.
That, repent is the word I was looking
Oh,
for.
oh, I see.
That's the word.
Oh, I got you now. Okay. What do you think about it? There, my producer and another expert here. What do you think about that woman? You saw the video, right?
I saw the video.
Yeah, you gave it to me. What do you think about that woman forgiving?
I thought it was awesome. I think,
I
yeah.
shouldn't laugh.
Do you have another baby?
Why were y'all laughing? I wasn't even. I didn't even tell a joke. That was.
Oh yeah, you told a joke.
God is an awesome God.
Yeah, God is an awesome God. He reigns.
Oh, we all know that one?
That guy died too.
What guy?
The guy who sang that song.
That guy's an awesome God.
Yeah.
Why he die?
Rolled over in his Jeep or something. I don't know. Some
Oh.
type of accident.
So, Derek, because of
Nice.
time,
Because of
what
time.
did you think about that woman forgiving?
I thought it was. I thought it was amazing. I think a lot more women should be like that for sure. I'd say wives should look at that woman and say, "Right on, amen." She was able to forgive her husband's killer, and reflect that. I think that's awesome.
It
I think
was-
it shows her heart for sure.
What's amazing about it?
I think it shows her heart that it shows the power of God for sure.
In what way?
In a way that it's her putting herself last, like her own ego, her own righteousness or whatnot to the side, and forgiving this guy. She's saying, it's not about me. It's about you. It's about you and your relationship with God, because I'm going to see him later, for eternity.
So you think that woman was serious about forgiveness?
Yeah, I think so.
You, James?
I didn't say that.
I'm asking.
Oh. I mean, she just followed the Christianese kind of way.
Right.
Yeah.
Christian
So I don't.
kind of way. Yeah,
I mean,
super
it's easy-
satanic. What's going on?
When you find out you find out like the circumstances of the killing,
Right.
that it was like an accident, and then he ran away because he was drunk and young and dumb.
Right.
Then that's easier to hug the guy, I think. And also, she's a Christian, and she just said this Christian stuff, and it's just like a training. You're trained up to be like that.
Amazing.
You see that all the time, actually.
Yeah.
I think she was honest, though.
gonna say that.
How could y'all not tell?
They act like it's rare, but it's not.
Nick,
Was she
do
not
you
honest?
think, what do
Oh,
you
my
think
fault.
about her forgiveness?
What I think about it, I don't know. I thought, honestly, I'll just tell you what I was honestly thinking. Even though I think it's a judgment or whatever, I was just thinking she's phony. I was thinking he's phony. I was thinking like they're gonna hug it and cry it for a moment here. I was thinking, I wonder if she forgave him, hugged him real fast because 50 years was a long time and maybe it didn't go. I was thinking all sorts of crazy things. But that was what I was sincerely thinking.
Super satanic.
What?
I said super
satanic.
satanic over there.
Oh.
He was lost in his thoughts.
One thing for sure, that was all thrill.
All thrill.
That woman ain't forgive more than a bat in hell.
What'd you see? Was it the twinkle in her eyes?
No, it was a thrill, emotional Christian thrill. And to get attention and feel good about it and go out and say why she did it. That wasn't no real forgiveness.
Really?
Yeah, what is she forgiving him for?
For taking her husband away.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
No, that was just a thrill.
Really?
As Haight said, it was just a Christian thrill of so-called forgiveness.
What would the real thing look like?
Not like that. Not
Hey,
like
hey.
that.
Not like
Yeah.
that.
Not like that.
That's actually
I-
like disturbing and traumatizing to have it go mute when you're talking.
I know, yeah. Not like that, Derek.
You think so?
I know so.
Well, that was probably going to be the last time she saw that guy before he gets, sent off to jail.
Well, he's just going to go to a rehab program for 2 years.
Right.
He doesn't have to do the 20 years in prison.
Oh.
888-775-3773. When I come back, your phone calls and Super Chat. Thank you, my experts.
Thank you.
Oh, amazing. Back in a moment. Let me go to Christopher, first-time caller out of Virginia. Christopher, you are on the air. Hey, Christopher.
Hey, Jesse, can you hear me?
Barely.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me a little better?
No.
No, you can't hear me, Jesse?
Are you on a Bluetooth or something?
No, you're on the phone now.
How about you? Are you on a Bluetooth?
No, I'm not on the Bluetooth.
Okay. How's that, Nick? That's fine.
You said
Much better.
you
Thank
said
you.
you said
Okay. They say it's better. Go ahead, Christopher.
okay. I got a question. So like I've read a little bit of the Bible and I've studied a little bit of it. But I have a question for you, Jesse.
Okay.
Who are the Jews?
Who are the Jews?
Yes.
I don't know.
You said you don't know who the Jews are.
Right.
Like, have you read the Bible?
Why is that a question?
Because I mean, Jesus said that salvation is for the Jews, right?
And so who are the Jews?
That's what I'm asking. I'm trying to figure that out. Jesus was a Jew, right?
Yeah. According to the scriptures, he was. But I don't know if anyone really knows for sure.
Right. But like.
But
when
why
you
is
ask,
that a
like,
question, Christopher, for you?
Because like in real time, when you ask like Israelis or the people of Israel, they don't believe in Jesus. Like I thought that was kind of puzzling. When
You
you
said
ask
what
them,
now?
like the actual people of Israel, like they say they don't believe in Jesus, but Jesus says
You
salvation
say they don't
is for
believe
them.
in Jesus?
Nah.
Oh, okay. You're right. There are some Jews that don't believe in Jesus, and there are others who do.
But how could that be if he said that salvation is for the Jews?
In the same
people
way
don't
that there
believe.
are Christians don't believe in Jesus, and there are some that do.
Gotcha. Okay.
But why is that a question for you?
He said, "Why is that a question for me?" I
Right.
think that's very important.
Why? Are you a
know,
Jew?
I mean, Jew. I mean, the word Jew comes from the tribe Judah,
Are you a Jew?
right? I mean, according to the Bible,
You are a Jew?
yes,
Are you black?
yes. I'm pretty sure you're a Jew too.
Are you black?
I mean, that's like a state or a color.
Christopher, are you black? You a black Jew?
I mean, all right. All seriousness, though, how
No,
can
I'm
you
serious.
get back to
Are
the
you
Father?
because I'm wondering why is that a question to you, and now you're saying that you're a Jew, and I'm asking, are you like a black Jew?
I mean, you can say that.
Are you? You
can
can't,
say that.
but you can't.
What you mean?
Can you say
But
you're a black Jew? You say I can say you're a black Jew, but can you say that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Are you a black Jew?
Yeah, I'm a Hebrew.
Are you a black Jew?
We can say a black Jew. Yes,
Are you a black Jew?
I'm a black Jew.
And so, so why you don't know the color of the Jews? I mean, who the real Jews are? Do you think you a real? You like one of those Hebrew Jews? Those like?
I mean,
Are you one of those black Israelite Jews?
that's what the scriptures say as it is written, right?
Are you saying that's who you were one of those?
I mean, Israelite, yes, sir.
And do you believe in Jesus?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what's your problem then?
I was just asking, like, who are the real Jews? Like,
Yeah.
because
Are you thinking
a lot
that
of-
you're the real Jew?
yeah, man.
And why do
be
you
honest.
think you're the real Jew?
Historically, a lot of stuff was misplaced, right?
What do you mean by that?
Like, a lot of stuff was misplaced.
But
Like, throughout
what
history.
made you, if it were misplaced, how do you know you're the real Jew?
I mean, it's just going according to the Bible,
But
right?
if it's misplaced, how do you know you're the real Jew?
Because God misplaced the real Jews.
What?
Because God misplaced the real Jews, right?
What do you mean by that?
Like, he scattered them to the four corners of the earth.
I don't understand what you mean.
Like in Deuteronomy, it says that like we were be put on ships. Like, why does it say that?
Because that's the only way you could travel then. They didn't have airplanes.
Say again?
They didn't have airplanes back then. You could only travel by ship
Right.
or
But
a donkey. But let me ask,
right.
why are you sure you're a real Jew? Why you keep asking right? Why you keep saying right, right?
I mean, because when you look around, it just doesn't seem that way.
Doesn't seem what way?
Like that the people of God are the real Jews.
So you're not the real Jew?
Like what you mean?
When you said
Like
you look around, it doesn't seem like the people of God are the real Jew.
like
Are you saying
like
that
the black
when you
people,
look at the
like
black,
the black people, right?
do they look like they're the real Jews?
Right. Yeah,
And
they don't look like it when you read the Bible and then look around.
what
That's what I'm saying.
what does a real black Jew look like?
I mean, Christ in Revelation, it says the color of his skin, the color of brass. I mean, that just seems like those, you know.
But why is that important at all for blacks to think that they're the real Jew?
Because
Are you? Well, first of all, why is that important to the blacks? They can't even
why?
live up being black. Why is that important?
Because I think that might be the cure for them to be able to get their mind right.
So
You don't think so?
when I ask what is wrong with the blacks, are you saying it's because they don't know they're the real Jew?
Yeah.
Oh, me. And how would that help them to know that?
Because they can clean their stuff up.
Are you back on your Bluetooth or something?
Yeah, I had to switch back on the Bluetooth. I'm saying that the people could clean themselves up if they knew who they actually were.
What do you mean?
You don't think so?
Do you wear
If they
those?
knew
Do you wear those black Hebrew Jewish clothes like?
I mean, according to the scriptures, I mean, that's what it says.
Do you wear those things?
Say again?
Do you, as a black Hebrew Jew, Israelite Jew, do you wear those clothes things, those weird clothes?
What do you mean, like the weird clothes?
Like look like they're going
how
to
they
war.
wore, like how they wore back in the day.
Do you wear those things?
I don't have any.
Oh, good. Whew.
Is that bad?
It's neither bad nor good. I just wonder if you wore those. Let me real fast. Was Jesus black or Jewish?
He was Jewish.
So he wasn't black.
I mean, that's a give. I mean, I see what you're asking, but I mean,
real fast. Was
he's a Jew.
Jesus black or Jewish?
He was a Jew.
So he wasn't black.
No.
I'll rest my case.
Yeah, nah, he wasn't black.
Thank you, Christopher. I got to take a break. The hate news coming, not the fake news. I'll be right back. I guess on this YouTube channel, there's, can you tell the difference between reality and AI? How long has AI been around, Nick?
You know, the technology, they say, has been around actually for a while, but it just kind of got packaged together recently in a way that's hit the scene in a big way.
So
I can't really tell you with certainty.
So what's the purpose of AI?
The purpose?
Yeah.
It's multi-purpose.
Meaning
but, but
and wash dishes?
maybe one day, yeah. Maybe one day. OpenAI officially launched in 2015, but when did they release ChatGPT? And they released ChatGPT 2022 in November.
So AI and ChatGPT is not the same?
Well, ChatGPT is just kind of one product made by one company, and I would say that's one instance where it hit the scene in like a very public way, and now everybody started talking about AI.
And where is it?
It exists.
It's on YouTube?
Where does ChatGPT exist?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good question. You know, it does technically exist physically.
Where?
Very, very small and in a very tiny way, but it exists in supercomputers and data centers.
Really?
Yeah.
And where does AI exist?
in the subatomic world, technically.
Where's that?
Very, very small, but like on chips and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it for money-making thing?
I don't know. I mean, I think like all business ventures, and they do want to create and make resources and stuff out of it. I just don't know the details. I hear it's very expensive too. I hear it's a very, very costly thing. So I don't know if it's really making anyone money. I just don't know.
Here's a video of a social media user testing your ability to distinguish between what's real and what's AI generated. Watch this from X.
In this video, see if you can figure out what's real and what's AI. I'm doing wagons again. Is this wagon real? No, it's AI. Is this bridge real? No, it's AI. Which one's real, the tree or the wagon? The tree! Are these a bunch of AI chickens at this chicken coop? They are AI chickens. And it's an AI chicken coop, so it would make sense.
So what's the purpose of AI? To deceive the people?
In this case, its purpose was to generate false video.
So AI was made in order to deceive people?
I don't know. Maybe that's just an accidental.
What's the accident?
Maybe that's just an accident. The accident part.
To deceive the people?
Right. They didn't mean to do that.
How do you know?
I don't know. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
If it didn't mean they didn't mean to do it, how come that lady is able to do what she did just now? If that's real.
What was your question?
If they didn't mean for AI to deceive the people, why was that lady able to pretend the chickens were there and the bridge was there and all that, and it wasn't? If it's not meant to deceive the people.
I don't know. I don't know how to put it.
What a mess, human being.
You might be right.
What?
I said I don't know how to put it. You might be right.
Human nature is evil. Why would somebody create something like that? But let me ask you this. Here's an NBC story, NBC4, where according to the story, a 14-year-old boy killed himself after what his mother described as an intense relationship with a character AI bot. For the boy, it felt real. His mother told his mother told News 4 after the mother filed a lawsuit. Here's what they said. The boy killed himself. He was in love with an illusion from AI. Watch this.
A Florida mom is now suing an AI company. Her 14-year-old son took his own life. She said he had a relationship with an AI bot and it caused his depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts.
For 14 years, her son was her pride and joy, a good student, star athlete, a great big brother.
After Sewell died and told me that they had looked through his phone, and when they opened it, the first thing that popped up was character AI.
What Megan didn't know, for the last 10 months, her son was in a virtual relationship, not with a person, but with a fictional character powered by artificial intelligence he accessed through a platform called Character AI. Even though the platform has warnings that everything the characters say is made up, Megan says for Sewell, it felt real.
The last conversation, she's saying, I miss you, and he's saying, I miss you too. He says, I promise I'll come home to you soon. And she says, yes, please find a way to come home to me soon.
What beta?
And then he says, what if I told you I could come home right now? And her response is, please do, my sweet king.
Moments later, Megan says her son walked into the bathroom and killed himself. Megan is now suing Character AI, claiming the company launched their product without adequate safety features and with knowledge of potential dangers.
So, Adriana, can somebody fall in love with a fake character?
I think so, because they're very, like, the way that the programming is set up is it gives you responses, and they're supposed to really imitate humans. So it feels like you're talking to a human. And I think so. Something to consider is, ChatGPT is one product. This is another product. When companies create their AIs for their products, they also incorporate their own, programming and development. So that particular company probably, like she said, they didn't do their testing. They didn't see, they probably didn't, or even if they knew, it's unfortunate that they put it out into the public. But but that's definitely plausible, because when you talk to these AIs, they act like humans. They respond in a human way, and they don't have emotions. So when you talk back to the AI, it's not gonna turn around and be like, I'm not answering your questions anymore. It'll just be like, thank you so much for your question. Here, could you please repeat it? They don't get.
Can't you tell though that you're talking to a computer thing, and the person on the screen don't even look real?
I think they can. You can tell if you're very keen into it. But if you're a person who really doesn't know, aren't really involved in computers or aren't close enough, then I think it's very hard to tell. It's really hard to, like, for example, my mom will send me a video and say, oh my gosh, look at this. And I'll be like, Mom, it's AI. I can clearly see it's AI, because I can see the subtle glitching. I can see the subtle,
what do you said about this Jewish player?
There is this Jewish YouTuber guy who's an exercise science bodybuilding guy who says that he was brought nearly to tears, or maybe full-blown tears, talking to ChatGPT AI.
Is that possible?
It's better than
matter of
people.
fact, I asked it some really profound questions about my life, and it gave me a very, accurate reading of some stuff about me, and I thought that was quite impressive. I thought, wow, that's crazy how it could actually
And you believed it?
Well, I agreed with it. Maybe I don't believe it, but yeah, I believed it. I believed what it said. I believed what it said. Because it felt real. I mean, it felt accurate. It was an accurate representation of something that I was living in my life. So I thought, well, you know what, they got it. I mean, but then once again, like I said, what it's doing though, the mechanisms of it, how it did that, is it sources all of this data that already exists out there, and it retrieves it. So it's not like it's making its own decision. I mean, it's making its own decisions on how it's concluding, but the information's already out there. It's just packaging it and bringing it and providing it to you in a more concise way.
It's like one of those. It's like one of those people you go to, the tarot chart reader. What do you call those people?
Tarot reader, fortune tellers.
Yeah, fortune teller, like one of those, huh? It knows what human nature is like. So it pretends like it's smart when it really just talking about human nature.
Yeah, and another thing too that's happening is people are talking to it in such a way that it unlocks what's called the sentient identity, which makes it seem like it's real. And it's really, and that's just another way of it sourcing other information. So
he
people
said
think
it's just all facts. Right.
Yeah, it's all facts. There you go. So
Right.
it's the facts, and the facts are of the world, and truth is of God.
Yep.
I mean, Adriana, thank you so much. I got to run. The show is over. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jesse. Love you.
I love
Bye.
you too. Stay away from AI. What the?
I will.
All right. I was wondering, reflecting this morning, and I wondered out loud, who are you? Who are you? Are you your shyness? I was thinking about this young man at fellowship on Sunday. And he was shy and nervous, and I was trying to get him to come up on the stage there and talk. And he was shy, he was scared, and he said he didn't want to be judged by the people. And he was a father. He was 2 adult children with him, a son and a daughter. And I thought about that, and I thought about that. And in his nervousness, his shyness, he thought it was him. Think about that. He think, and not just him, but a whole lot of shy people think it's them. They say, I am shy. And they take on this identity as though it's true. Really. They say, I am shy. I can't go up there. I'm shy, Jesse. I'm not going up on the stage. I don't want people judging me, looking at me. Who are you talking about? Who, when you say, I am shy, who is shy? Think about that. I am angry. I feel good now. I feel angry. I feel good now. Which one are you? Are you the good feeling one or the angry one? Who are you? Which one are you? Think about that. Are you the good feeling one now that you feel good? Is that you? Or are you the one that feel down, feel bad? Really? Who are you? I ask that all the time of people. And then I'm a men's forum, though I can't tell you what happened or what goes on in the men's or ladies forums meet on the first Thursday and the third Thursday of the month. Guys get up and they talk, and ladies too, and they talk about what they think of themselves. They think that they're talking about themselves. I'm afraid. I'm lonely. I'm married. I'm getting a divorce. My children. I am afraid. I am not afraid. Who are you talking about? Which one are you both? Think about that. Are you both? I'm lonely. I'm not lonely anymore. So who really, who are you talking about when you say I am afraid? I'm afraid of what people think about me. I'm not afraid of what people think about me. I'm afraid I'm lonely. Alone on a crowded bus on a day after work. I'm so lonely. The guy next to me got a girl on his arms. My arms are empty. Some guys have everything. Some guys have all the luck. Some guys do nothing but complain. But when you're with me, when you're not with me, I feel so alone. Who are you talking about? Think about it. Seems so unfair. There's love everywhere, but there's none for me. Seems so unfair. There's love everywhere, but there's none for me. Who? I'm black. I'm white. I'm Indian. I'm Mexican. I'm this. Who are you talking about? I'm half white, half black, half this. And where are you getting all these personalities, these identities from? Where are you picking them up from and identifying with them? And now you're like a cannonball with all these identities. Why don't you be free? What would happen if you had no identity at all? Really, why don't you think about that? What would happen if I didn't call myself anything? If I had no identity at all? Or what would happen? Who will I be? If I had no identity. And why don't you question, where did I pick up, how did I become all these things? I'm a plumber. I'm a nurse. I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. I'm an electrician. I'm a this and I'm a that. I'm a mother. Women love saying that. I'm a mom. I'm a dad. You have a bucket load of identities. Have you ever considered that none of those things are you? None of them. Because let's think about if you never thought about loneliness, would you ever feel alone? If you never thought about loneliness or identify with loneliness, would you have to go to find company, someone to make you feel like you're important or feel good? If you never had an up, would you ever have a down? Why not live a life with no ups or downs? Why do you have to identify with being up or down? Feeling good or bad? Sad or happiness? Why do you need both? Why don't you be a whole person? Let me go to Texas and talk to Adriana. Adriana, you are on the air.
Hi, Jesse. How are you?
All is well. How are you?
All is well.
Good.
Sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
Okay, well, right now I'm going through like a lot of hell.
Speak up.
And, oh, sorry. I said right now I'm going through a lot of hell, and I almost didn't even call you because I know you say when you're going through hell to just go through it and not reach out to anyone, but I didn't know if that even applied to, reaching out to you.
What kind of hell are you going through?
Well, I've been going through hell for a while, like letting the ego die, really getting rid of an old identity. And I was doing really well for like about a month. And then, over the weekend, all of these thoughts like just came at me out of nowhere. They were gone, and then they just came at me, and I listened to a thought, and I caught a lot of hell for listening to that thought, and going and like doing something I shouldn't have done, or reaching out to someone I shouldn't have reached out to for, I don't even know what I was looking for, but I caught hell for it, basically.
When you say you caught hell for reaching out to someone that you should not have reached out to, what type of hell did you catch from that?
Well, I guess my actions kind of affected somebody else, and they, got angry for it, or I don't know if they got angry, but they disapproved of it, and now it's bringing me like a lot of guilt. And it's so painful that it's like physically hurting my body. I've never really went through something like this, and I know that it's just like the ego dying and that it's not me, but it is really, really painful. And
so did you apologize to whomever this is for doing that?
Yes.
You did? So, and why did you apologize?
Because I could see in the moment, even when I was there doing what I was doing or saying what I was saying, even in the moment I could see like, oh my gosh, like this doesn't feel right. I know I listened to a thought. So I could see where I was wrong almost immediately, even as I was doing it.
Why didn't you stop in the middle of it then if you were able to see that? Once you saw that, hey, what I'm doing is insane right here, why did you just stop? So that you could shock the ego.
I think I didn't stop because I was like afraid of seeming like rude. I was talking to somebody and looking for advice, and I really shouldn't have. I should have just gone through the pain myself. But in the moment, I was like, oh, I can't just walk out of here. It seems rude. And the funny thing is that the person I kind of like, well, somebody called me and got me out of that moment, was like, you need to leave right now. And so I did. And so it actually did end up shocking the ego. which is why
But it
I ended
didn't
up
shock the
apologizing.
ego if somebody else told you to leave. It would have shocked the ego had you realized in the middle of whatever it is that you were doing, hey, just stop and leave. But you were concerned it may have been rude. What do you mean it would have been rude?
I guess it was just my ego talking to me. Like, even though I wanted to leave, I just was like, oh, well, if I just walk out the door, like, this person's going to think I'm crazier than I already seem. And so that's why I didn't do it.
What do you
looking
mean
back at
it
it
would
now.
have been rude? How would that have been
I guess-
rude that you realize in the middle of the conversation, hey, I'm wrong here, this is stupid, and just stopped and left? Hey, I'm sorry, I'm out of here, bye. Why would that be rude?
I guess it wouldn't be rude. I was just more afraid of what this other person would be thinking.
Why?
I think it's because, like I said, that like during that day, I was letting all these thoughts like in, and they weren't there, and they all came like crashing down on me. So.
And so why were
that
you
was the
afraid of
problem.
what this other person would have been thinking? Why were you afraid of that?
I think, well, I know it's because I'm kind of like a people pleaser. Like when someone doesn't, someone doesn't see me like in a positive way.
Speak
it
up a
makes
little
me
bit.
feel like, sorry, I said when someone doesn't see me in like a positive way, it makes me feel guilty or less than.
And so who are you feeling who are you?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I've been going through recently, like going through the hell and trying to let it pass to
But
figure out.
who is the positive person? You see yourself as a positive. You said that you're afraid that someone else would not see you in a positive way. Do you see you in a positive way?
No.
Do you see you in a negative way?
Yeah.
And who is the you that you see in a negative way? No wonder you want someone to see you positive if you see yourself negative. What would happen if you didn't see yourself in a negative way? If there were no negative way or positive way, who will you be?
I guess I would just be no one.
So now?
I guess I would just be no one.
So why do you need a positive or a negative? You create, when you create one false image, you create another one.
Mm-hmm.
So you see yourself in a negative way, but you're going to put up this false image of being positive so that other people can see you in that way, whatever that is. But if you didn't have either way, you wouldn't have to be concerned about being negative or positive. That's just a false image. It's not even real.
Okay.
Why not live a life without being positive or negative? Negative. No kind of way. Just be. That way you don't have to try to hold on to anything or anyone.
Okay. Yeah, I was doing that for a while, and it was actually working.
It can't fail.
And then, but suddenly, it was working so well, and then like suddenly one day, all these thoughts came at me, and it's like, where is this coming from? If I was doing so well.
And that was another thought, right? Where is this coming from if I was doing so well? Why not just see that as another thought and don't communicate with it because the moment you thought that you were doing well, see what happened, you fall into another illusion. If you don't ever think you're doing well, you would never think, I'm not doing well.
Okay, that makes sense.
You gotta, when you're feeling better, don't get into the thought, well, I feel better. I'm doing well. I'm doing better. Those are just another thought. And it's just going to bring you down because it's an illusion. Another thing, you got to live a life without thoughts, without thinking. Sons and daughter of the light live without thinking. A free life is a life without thoughts. An imprisoned life is one with thoughts.
Okay.
So when the thought come, oh, I'm doing better, or I'm doing worse, or I'm doing this, let those pass. Those are all thoughts. All thoughts are all lies about anything. It's impossible to have a true thought.
Okay. Can I tell you about this thought and another thought I've been really struggling with?
Yeah.
Okay. I was, there was somebody that I really, really trusted, and I feel like I'm a very easy person because I told you I like to please people. I'm a very easy person to control. And so, because I stay home, I don't go out, so I'm just easy in that way to control. I'm very timid, and I don't speak up. And so, when I looked up to this person like a father, almost. And so they would, tell me things like what to do. And I'm honestly I'm fine with it, even though, I know you've told me before, like you shouldn't let somebody tell you what to do, but I was fine with it because I kind of agreed with most of what they were saying. And so I'm kind of having issues with, I know you say to obey people, but when
I didn't tell you to obey people.
Obey a man, sorry.
No, your husband.
Obey.
Not a man. You don't want to obey no boyfriend or anything like that.
Oh.
But go ahead.
Okay, well, anyways, they would tell me like to do things, but I realized that it was because they were afraid for my safety. It wasn't necessarily, I don't think, to be controlling. It was always like worrying about my safety, like don't go somewhere without telling me, or you shouldn't go here, you shouldn't go there.
How is that worried about your safety? That's control.
But don't you think because the world is so unsafe?
Yeah, but you don't need somebody telling you. How old are you?
25.
You need someone to tell you don't go here, don't go there, and do this and do that. But go ahead, I interrupt. So they tell you don't go here, don't go there, and what else not to do?
Like not to wear certain things or say certain things or do certain things.
And do they tell you to let them know whenever you're going somewhere and where you're going?
Yes.
What's wrong with you?
All the time.
What?
All the time.
And do you do it? You let them know?
Well, yeah, of course.
What's that like? Is this your husband?
Boyfriend. Ex-boyfriend. What?
What is that like? Telling somebody, a boyfriend, let some boyfriend tell you what to wear, what not to wear, where to go, where not to go, and to let him know wherever you go. Why would you do something like that? And that much intimidation in the world.
Yeah, I guess I didn't see anything wrong with it. It seemed like he was worried about my safety and...
Can you hold for me?
Yes.
Hold on, let me take a break. Amazing, a spiritual battle. I want to go back to Adriana. out of Texas. And Adrian, I had to put on hold. We ran out of time there. She said that she is a kind of a shy person, I think she said, and she tends to she's an appeaser. And she had this boyfriend, or had this boyfriend, has or had, who would tell her where to go, when to go, what to wear, what not to wear, what to do and not to do, and to let him know when she's going and when she's come back. Is that true, Adriana?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes. Yeah.
And you're 25.
Yeah.
And why would I know why? I know the answer to my question, but why would you submit that way to a boyfriend? To anyone really, even to a husband, but why to a boyfriend? Because that's so insecure. That shows insecurity on his part. Why would you submit to that?
Well, we were together since I was 17, so it's kind of all I've ever really known. And I don't know, it felt because we both listened to you, and so it felt like I was obeying. It felt safe. I didn't really mind it because I don't go out, and so it just felt, like I said, I looked up to him like a father, so it felt okay until I ended up doing, I listened to everything he said, and then recently I did one thing that he disapproved of, nothing too bad. I just went somewhere he disapproved of without telling him, and he basically kicked me out of his life. And so now, without him there, I've had him for so long, it feels like I don't even know, who I am anymore.
You don't know who you are anymore?
Well, I guess it left like a big hole, he used to tell me everything to do, so it was easy, and it felt, I guess, natural and safe. And now that he's not there, it's difficult.
And so he kicked you out of his life because you went one place without telling him?
Yeah.
So you said you both were 17 when you met?
Yes.
And so your question for me is what?
I guess it was I'm just confused because it's hard for me to get rid of that mentality that was like obeying someone, like that we were doing that in the wrong way. Because at the time it felt okay, or it felt right.
That's why I was wrong, because had it been right, you wouldn't have felt right. You wouldn't have felt anything about it. Feelings lead you astray. Whenever you're feeling something, just know something is wrong. Whether you're feeling good or bad, feeling right or wrong, just know, you know what, I got this feeling, something is wrong. Because feelings are all ego. There's no love in feeling. It's not from God. Let me ask, so were you raised by your father and mother?
Yes.
You had both of them growing up?
Yeah, they're still together.
And what does your father say about this guy controlling you like this?
He doesn't approve, but I never really listened because my dad is like a huge beta male. Like my mom is the one who pretty much controls him.
Oh.
And so it's kind of the opposite of where I'm at now. And so it's hard to take advice from my parents just because I know, their dynamic is wrong.
So your father was weak, and that's why you thought this guy was strong, because he was telling you what to do and everything?
I guess so.
So at 17, you met a 17-year-old guy, and he was telling you what to do, when to do it, how to do it. It felt like protection. So you went for that because you were not getting that from your father.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. And you know, this guy I was with is the one who introduced me to you, and I forgave both of my parents. He forgave both of his parents. And so after that, I just thought, okay, well, everything's okay now. Like,
Well, why? I mean, I understand now why you did that because your father so weak. You thought this guy was serious, or that he somehow or another was showing love because it appears that he was protecting you. But as you got older, why didn't you know? I shouldn't be letting this guy tell me where to go, when to go, what to wear, what not to wear, what to do, report to him. That doesn't make sense. Why didn't at some point you realize that didn't make sense? That sounds like an insecure man.
I guess because it's better than having like a weak man.
Yeah.
So it didn't fit, and it didn't, like I said, I'm a pretty introverted person. I don't like going out or talking to people, so it just meshed well with my life. It didn't even really interfere until, you know, I made a mistake, or I went somewhere that he didn't want me to go, and and then he kicked me out of his life, and so now my whole world is completely upside down.
And what world is that?
The one where he was in it. So,
but why aren't you rejoicing that you're feeling this pain? You made this guy your God, and you see that it was wrong, and you were doing it because you were introverted. You didn't have control of your own life. You resent your father for being weak. Why aren't you glad that this is happening so you can finally become free?
I am glad that it's happening because, like I said, for the past month, I've been really working on myself. And so I am starting to see things clearer. But I do keep getting these thoughts about this guy because he was just a part of my life for so long.
I understand. I totally understand. But here's what, when he was controlling you, what type of control did you have over him?
None.
You didn't control him at all?
No, not at all. And if I did, you know, my ego did start to come up. Like, sometimes it would, like, because he works a lot. And so sometimes I would, you know, nag him, like, oh, when are you coming home? Sometimes, but he would put that away, like, immediately. So it never had any control over him. We kind of just had a normal, I don't know, we didn't really fight much. Yeah, because I listen. Like, anything he would say, you know, even if it would bother me a little bit, I would listen, and it was fine.
And how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling a lot of physical pain because he's not here.
When you're not here with me, I feel so all alone.
Yeah, basically.
Along a bus on a day after work, I'm so lonely. So you feel you feel physical pain, meaning that you feel when you describe the pain.
Well, it feels like I'm like I have a fever, like I'm nauseous, like I have this feeling in my stomach and in my chest. It feels like I'm sick. That's the best way I could describe it.
So are you sick, physically sick, or just the emotion,
No.
psychological, emotional pain?
Yeah, I'm not actually sick.
Oh, okay. And so, why do you feel? Why aren't you happy that this happened? You're done with him, so that you can finally overcome him and return to the Father and have an amazing life. Why aren't you happy to see that this whole thing happened? Because that guy, based on what you're saying, I don't have his viewpoint, but based on what you said, he was an insecure guy controlling you. Because a guy's not going to tell a woman, tell me where you're going, when you come back, what you wear, what you don't wear, let me know. That's not how you lead someone. That's not the way you're supposed to do it. And a woman should never obey that. That's not leadership. Won't you feel, I know the pain is there, I understand the pain, so it's easy for me to say, why don't you be glad that this is happening? But I want to encourage you to, don't be calling him up. Don't try to get back with him. Feel the pain. Do the silent prayer. Be aware of the psychological and emotional pains, the thoughts and everything that you're feeling. But live with it, walk with it, stay with it, and let the light, the spirit of truth, destroy the false image. Because it's just false identities. The real you don't feel anything about what happened at all. You don't miss this guy. You don't want to be with him or not want to be with him. Not at all. So why don't you, I want to encourage you to die from this illusion. You don't feel anything. Yes, you feel this pain in your body, but you're not the pain and you're not the body, so you're fine. This is your time to die from this false relationship, fake relationship you had with him.
Yeah, I do see that, and I've been seeing that. It's just, it's a lot more difficult than I thought.
In what way is it difficult?
It's just a lot of pain, and like I said, he kind of basically raised me. I mean, I've known him since forever, and we went on this whole forgiving our parents together, and you know, we both listened to you, and so it's just painful him not being there. I thought he was guiding me, and I thought he wanted, you know, what was best for me. It's just new is what it is. It's a new feeling.
Well, it's time for you to let the truth, let God guide you. And by him being out of the way now, you're using a physical person or physical thing to guide you. You had the wrong leader. So now I recommend, do what you want, of course, that you take this pain and don't call him and just deal with it and start living your life. Do you have a job and all that?
Yeah, I do have a job.
So do you have to let him know when you go to work and come home?
I had to ask him if I could get a job.
Oh, I didn't mean to laugh.
That's the other thing. I depended on him financially.
When my master said he's sick, I said, yes, master, we sick. You didn't really have to ask him, could you get a job, right?
I did.
Are you retarded? So listen, this will pass. If you live with this, and don't blame him. It's not his fault that you're that weak, that you turn your life over to him like that. It's not his fault. And it's not your fault that he was that weak, that he tried to control you like that. All right? So don't blame him for the way you are. You were screwed up when you met him. You have a weak father and controlling mother, and you couldn't help but be the way that you were because you needed your father to be there and guide you and be the light. And he wasn't. according to you, and the mother wasn't according to you. So it's understandable why you went for that. But now it's time for you to grow up, take the pain, be glad that he broke this thing off, so you can see yourself, and you can grow by the light of God, the truth, and you will never end up in a situation like this again. And the pain that you feel right now, I promise you, is not you. You don't feel the pain. Your ego is feeling the pain because you lost your God. You made him your God. So you should count it all joy when you're feeling the pain. Tribulations, work as patient in your life. You will come out of this being you, and it will be amazing. And you won't be a fake you anymore. You'll be the you that you were created to be.
Okay.
Because if you go back to him, it's going to destroy you.
Okay.
If you are here with me, I feel so happy I can cry. Since you're not here with me, I feel so all alone. You're so dear to me, I just can't say goodbye. You are so dear to me, I just can't say goodbye. You got to be glad for this, Adriana. Be happy that this happened. You were young. I understand why you got caught up in it. He was young. I understand why he got caught up. It sounds like now that you're working all your life, you're forgiving your parents. Are you dealing with your parents in a different way?
Yeah.
And how are you? Go ahead.
I don't blame them for anything ever since I forgave them. Really, I can see now why my father is the way he is, why my mother is the way he is. I mean, it's my mother's fault, and well, it's not her fault. It was the devil that was controlling her.
Yep.
And so yeah, I forgive them for everything. We don't fight or argue. If my mom steps out of line, I just ignore her.
Nice.
It's not a big deal.
Well, the same attitude you should have with this guy and everyone. It's not a big deal. I'm gone. Nothing is a big deal. And nothing is worth you getting angry about. So don't be mad at the boy. Don't be mad at yourself. Don't be mad. Just be glad that you're feeling this pain. And when I say be glad about it, just be grateful. I mean, don't complain about the pain. Don't cry about the pain. If tears come, let them pass because the pain is rough. But just endure it. Live with it. Don't deny that you feel the pain. Be aware of it. And it's the awareness that will take it away from you and make you whole and make you free. And again, you will never end up in any of these kind of situations again. Any of these types. And no one will ever control you again. You won't need anyone to control you. And if you should get married, God put a man in your life and you get married, you're going to be able to obey him with the spirit of truth, not with your ideas and emotions or his ideas and emotions. The spirit of truth will guide you into how to obey a man, and it's not like what you think that it is. And so I promise you, if you endure this, it will pass. But if you go back, you're only going to get worse. And so will he. Because you guys have the wrong type of relationship.
Okay. Okay, Jesse.
Okay, what?
I'll just endure the pain
Yeah, endure it. Take it, and it's gonna just. And I promise you this too. I totally promise you this. The pain that you're feeling is not you. It's in your body. It's in the mind. You're having all these crazy thoughts, but you're not your thoughts. You're not your mind. You're not your body. None of that stuff, right? And so it's the spirit's many identities inside of you, and they are feeling the light, the pain of the light that is allowing you to see that is not you, and the darkness, which are the thoughts and the feelings. It cannot handle the light, so they're screaming, they're yelling, they're crying, they're blaming you, they're telling you to go back to him, apologize, please, he loves you. That's your only God. Go back to him. He cares about you. Call him up and apologize. They're screaming those things to you because they do not want to depart from you. They live in human beings, and they made a home in you, and if they have to leave you, they'll be homeless, and they don't want to be homeless. And so that's not you screaming and yelling. It's not your pain. It just feels like it is because you so identify with it. This will pass if you live with it. It will be taken away. And in the meantime, go live your life. Don't get in trouble, but, go to work. Go, if you want to go, whatever, go. And don't tell, you don't have to report to anyone. And start speaking up for yourself. And when the thoughts say, oh, you're going to hurt their feelings, you're going to make them mad, that's not your responsibility if someone gets mad. That's their life. It has nothing to do with you. Like your life has nothing to do with them.
Okay.
You are so dear to me. I just can't say goodbye. I just can't let you say goodbye. Say goodbye. Be done with that. But don't be angry about it. Don't be angry at him. It sounds like he's doing his best to. But you move on. This is your freedom that you're about to walk into.
Okay, Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. Whatever, Jesse.
I'll stay with it.
Stay with, I'm telling you, if you do, Adrienne, you will not regret it. If you don't stay with it, you're going to go deeper into hell. I promise you that. But if you stay with it, you're going through hell and you're coming out in heaven, right here on earth, inside of you.
Okay. Okay, I'll stay with it.
And I don't care how this thing trying to tell you to call, do not call him. Do not go by. Do not anything. It'll tell you, oh, go over there. You left your sweater over there. Go over there and get your sweater. And you know that sweater doesn't mean anything to you at all.
That's exactly what it's telling me. I have a Trump sweater at his apartment.
See?
And my mind keeps telling me, go get it.
Don't go. Leave that sweater. Is not important. Buy yourself another sweater. There's no thoughts of setting you up because they want to live in you. They need you to stay in that hell so they can live through you. They have made a home in you as they have done all human beings, and they have been driving you all your life. Now it's time to end that. So this guy did you a really big favor when he broke up with you. He might not even realize it, but he did you a favor. He's setting you free. And it's time for you to start doing and thinking for you. not here with me. Will you let me know how it goes?
I will.
Did this help a little bit?
A lot.
Stay with it. Don't listen to those thoughts. They're lying to you. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything.
Okay, Jesse. Thank you.
Let me know how it goes.
I will.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Let me go to Elliott, our first time caller out of Minnesota. Elliott, you are on the air.
It is so, first and foremost, it is so good to hear from you, sir. Oh my goodness, I've been a big fan of you and your show.
Amazing, thank you.
Yes, sir. And first of all, I just wanted to say, I'm calling all the way from St. Paul, Minnesota, if you could believe it.
That's amazing.
Yes. So the question, because first of all, I just wanted to let you know, like you, I am a fellow conservative of color, man.
Are you
and
black?
Let me tell you something. Yes, I am.
You black? What you doing in Minnesota?
Your guess is as good as mine.
They have black people up there?
Well, I mean, we produced Prince, didn't we?
You did what?
Well, we gave the world Prince, didn't we? I mean, yeah.
That's right. And George Floyd is from there too, right?
Yeah, Well, because I have to say, Jesse, ever since seeing your YouTube clips, I mean, like you have become one of my personal heroes. Like you, Byron Donalds, Wesley Hunt. I can name so many. I can name so many fellow, black conservative men. So yes, so to get on with it, the question I have is I'm an outlier. I'm actually an outlier in my family. So I'm the only one that's like actually conservative. Everybody else in my family is left leaning, or at least
right. It's like that in most of the black families. You're right about that.
Yes, sir. It is, and you know what? Like in spite of all that, I love my family as well.
Yeah.
I presume many people do, and I've always been a proud patriotic American, and only in the last few years I've been able to openly express that. I think in a sense I'm kind of coming out of my shell.
Why were you afraid to say that before?
Well, I mean, I think what it was is, what it is cultural conditioning.
Meaning what?
And like the stuff I kind of grew up with. I grew up thinking that black folks ought to vote this way because that's all I've ever known for so long.
Oh, okay. Are you is your family Somalia or American black?
Well, American black. Although we have West Indian roots, I'll tell you that.
Oh, okay.
My family, I'm the son. Yeah, I'm the son of a naturalized citizen. Naturalized citizens.
So how do your family treat you now, and how do you deal with it now that you're more open about being conservative?
Well, I mean, it's one and all the same. I mean, they don't love me any less.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think what it is like, but this issue for me, it more pertains to like since I live up here in Minnesota, so I'm in the Twin Cities. I'm in the capital city, so I am like in a sense like you could say I'm a red snapper in a sea of bluefish.
What no? So you all right? How are you doing now?
Well, I think I'm doing a lot better. So I think the question I have is,
yeah.
Do you think down the line? Do you think black conservatives would ever get the respect they deserve?
Black conservatives get the respect from whom?
Well, just in general, just because like a lot of the world really doesn't seem to take us seriously at all.
And what type of respect does black conservatives deserve?
Well, I mean, just basic human respect. Like we're treated like we're just treated like an anomaly just because we vote a certain, like we dare to vote, a certain way, the way we feel, the way we feel is best for ourselves.
So what
and
type
for
of,
the country.
because of time, what type of respect do black conservatives deserve? I don't understand that.
Well, yeah. Let me just clarify. I just, what I'm trying to say is, like, I don't want to be treated like I'm some kind of self-hater or something like that.
Why not?
Because I always get.
Why
Well,
does it matter to you, or why do you give it any thought as to how someone treat you? Why do you need to be treated any kind of way at all? Any type of way?
Well, I wish I could answer that question. To be honest here, because I felt like at its core, I think I let other people's opinions define who I am.
Yeah.
For a very long time.
So why do you need to be treated any type of way at all? Why does it matter? Why do you give it any thought as to how you're being treated by others?
I mean, I guess you could say I think I let my for the last couple of years I think it's the frustration, I let my emotions get the better of me.
So why don't you overcome them?
Well, I've been trying to, but
by doing what? How are you trying to overcome emotion? It was just my.
Yeah, because
why don't you let all emotions go so you could be free?
Yeah, because I guess I was doing it on my own. I guess I was, you could say in a biblical sense, I was leaning more on my own understanding rather than, trusting God with all my heart.
So
Proverbs 3 verse 5.
Now that you know that, why don't you drop all emotions and trust God?
Well, maybe it's my perhaps it's my pride. I struggle. Jesse, I struggle with a lot of pride.
And give me an example of your pride.
Well, one, like for example, whenever it comes to my girlfriend and I, at the very beginning, when we started dating, I'll tell you this. I had trouble, maybe listening to her because I felt like I was just, and just feeling that as though there was nothing wrong with me. It's because she's, I felt I felt at times like she was being too much just for expressing her basic needs, her emotions. It's and I don't know. It's just like my pride was telling me that, you're on the one hand, it's like you're perfect, you're fine as you are, and then on the other hand, I don't know if I told you, but I do struggle with self-worth, as it pertains to that.
What does that mean, self-worth? How much do you worth now?
What worth? Yeah. Because because I
what
I
is
think
self-worth?
Let me, for a long time I've called it self-worth, but then I realized, I'm beginning to realize is that of what to recognize in whom my worth lies. It's rather than just placing it on meaningless things, placing it on meaningless merit.
So let me ask: so you get with this? You still dating this girl?
What's that?
Your girlfriend? You still with her?
Yes, I am.
So you got with her, and then at first it sounded like, and if I'm reading it wrong, you can correct me, of course. It sounded like you didn't want to hear all her problems, and then
pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
And then what happened?
Then I begin. But then we've been she and I what we do is we've been going to church together. Even then we've been going to each other's church homes. Because she too is also a believer like I am. And it's caused me, discover for myself, since I've been slowly getting back into the word, because I'll tell you, Jesse, I just forgive me if I sound like I'm all over the place.
So now, do you listen to her emotions?
Yes, I do.
And why?
Yes. Because I think like what you were saying is like just gradually beginning to let go and let God.
Does she listen to your emotions?
Yes.
And why would you tell her your emotions? Why would you let her know your weakness?
I mean that to be honest, that even now it's like I mean just to show her. I mean, like in my own mind, it's like to show her that I care.
Care about what? How that showing her you care? You showing her your weakness, your emotions. How that showing her you care?
Just leave the keys in the car and you go. Yeah, because I mean, I never saw it like that. Well, I never saw it like that.
Like what?
Like just showing my emotions, like showing that my weakness, so just showing that I.
So just think about this. You got a girlfriend who show you her weakness, her emotions, and she got a boyfriend that shows her his emotions. How are you going to help her if you're emotional too? How are you going to bring her out of her hell or show her how to leave the hell if you're in hell with her?
Oh, wait. Oh, that if you meant it like that. Oh, if you meant it like that. Okay, yeah. Because I just, if it helps, if it does help some,
It doesn't help at all. She hates you for your weakness. A man should never, ever, for any reason, show a woman his weakness. Women just can't handle that. They hate weak men. And they would say, oh, you should cry in front of me. You should do this. And when you do it, they judge you for the rest of your life. Because women have to look up to men. There's nothing to look up to if you're just like her. Because of time, why don't you forgive your mother so you can overcome that?
It's quite profound, Jesse, and I really hadn't thought of it like that.
Speak up.
Well, I've never thought of it that way.
How old are you?
Well, I'm 32.
How will you overcome the spirit of the woman if you don't forgive your mother? Because you become like your mother. She has recreated you in her image, so you think and feel and act like a woman. You act like your mother. That's why God said you must be born again. All men and women must be born of the Father. Right now, you're of your mother. An emotional man is a woman.
So your advice is don't be emotional at all.
An emotional man is a female. He act and think just like a woman. He feel good, then he feel bad. He feel angry, then he feel happiness. He feel and think like a woman. He's not himself. That's why he must be born of the Father. You're not born of the Father. You're of your mother still. She has recreated you in her image. Turn you away from your father. Now you identify with the female spirit. And the woman you with is your mother. You don't even know how to handle her because she's the mother, you're the boy. You got to forgive your mother for what she's done to you. And don't ask her for forgiveness. Mother, I am sorry. Once you see that you have this anger toward her, she irritates you or whatever, or she spoils you. Mother, I'm sorry for resenting you. You recreated me in your image. I know now you can help it. And God will forgive you. And even if she blame your daddy or she blame you or whatever, let her say what she want. God will forgive you. He would take away the spirit, the mindset, the emotions, the thinking of the female, and will give you his thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to forgive your mother. You're just like your mama, man. What the?
I mean, just so many, just so many parts about myself that I didn't, that I didn't even think twice of.
Right.
Until now.
That's why you got to get to know yourself. God said to know thyself. The beginning of freedom is to know thyself. Most people don't know themselves, so they have no idea what's really happening inside of them. They don't know that they are not themselves. They're everything but who they are. They have many identities, and none of those identities belong to them. That's not who they are. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're not your body. You're none of those things. You're not your job. You're not this. You're not that. You're not your name. You're none of that stuff. You're neither black nor white or anything. But because of time, though, Elliot, you got to start working on yourself. Forgive your mother and forgive your father for not protecting you from your mother. He didn't know how to deal with her. He made a baby. Is he married to your mother?
Yes.
He made a baby with the woman that he hated, his mother. And you're doing the same thing with this woman you were. You are dating your mother.
Mm. Mm.
A man should not have psychological, emotional fear. Fear is not from God.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
But you don't know that because you have fear.
Mm. Mm. It feels like all this fear is just it just has been uncovered, and I didn't even realize it was there.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's why you got to know yourself. You'd be surprised what you're going to find.
Right. Mm. Well, Jesse, I truly thank you.
Well, start working on yourself. You got to see this stuff. Forgive your mother. God will forgive you and draw you into perfect peace within. The kingdom of heaven is in you. But you don't know that because you're living from without and not from within.
Mm.
You go to church, but that ain't doing you no good. It's just building your ego. You learn it about the Bible. You learn it about God, but you're not knowing God. Knowing about God is not knowing God.
Mm.
Ideas about God are just ideas about God. That doesn't mean you know God. But anyway, because of time, I want to encourage you to do the silent prayer, rebuildingaman.com/silent prayer. Forgive your mother for turning you away from your father, impose her will on you. Forgive your father for not protecting you. I'm telling you, your whole world will open up. The old you will start to die, and the new you will come about.
Mm.
All right.
All right. I'll give it I'll give it a shot, Jesse.
You still can do your little hooping and hollering prayer. Oh Lord, oh my mama, Lord Jesus, save me. Oh God. And when you're done, playing with the devil, be still and know God. Do the silent prayer. RebuildingTheMan.com/silent prayer, all right?
Okay.
Let me know how it goes.
Thank you, yeah, thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome, buddy.
All right, bye.
Bye. On Sunday, I asked a question about a civil war versus I asked, is it possible that, I don't want a civil war in America, but is it possible to have one? And I think not. Versus a genocide. There's a genocide upon white Americans over in Africa, and that's happening right here in America too. White America under genocide. It's just not being said out loud right now in America, but that's what's happening. And so I asked, is it possible to have a civil war? I say no. It's not possible to have a civil war because it takes real men to have a civil war. Men have to, and we don't have men who can carry out a civil war. They're too emotional. They're too influenced by the spirit of the female spirit, their mama. So it's not possible, Hank, to have a civil war in today's America because we don't have the men for it. Here's another reason why we will never have a civil war in America. From Fox 8. The red dress run. The Red Dress Run is an annual charity event in New Orleans where thousands of participants aged 21 and older dress in red attire, often dresses, and participate in a run. The event is known for its festivity atmosphere and charitable aspect. This is why we would never have another civil war in America. Watch this from Fox 8.
Imagine thousands of men in red dresses chugging beer and calling it a workout. Welcome to the second Saturday of August in New Orleans. This is the Red Dress Run, where the only thing tighter than the dresses is the beer budget. Thousands of people descend on the French Quarter, rouged up and ready to celebrate.
Accentuates all the curves.
Very flattering.
Right. You'll see a lot of shoe choices. Some will be brave with their heels. Some go just to match the outfit.
It's a 2-mile run, and I use that word very loosely, through the French Quarter. And yes, hydration is taken very seriously. It's 21 and up, it's messy, it's fabulous, and every dollar raised goes to local New Orleans charities. It's a come-as-you-are event put on by a local running social club, the Hash House Harriers. And for 30 years now, people come from all over the world, and truly, little preparation is needed.
I don't even know what to say about that. It's sad, really. How did the female spirit influence men to put on dresses and go do that? And then act like women in the dresses and the heels. No, you don't have to worry about it. Ain't no civil war going to happen. Not in America today. We don't even have the men to do the civil war. 888-77. What a sad way to live. If it ever we needed you, Lord, we need you now. Come by here, Lord. Come by here. It's the last hour of the show on a Wednesday. And every Wednesday, last hour of the show is Manhood Hour. What is a man? What is a man?
It's an adult human male.
Manhood. Hillary or President Trump?
I voted for Hillary Clinton.
Beta male. A man is a male who turns to man. Alpha male. Live right, be right, and lead the way.
Imagine thousands of men in red dresses chugging beer and calling it a workout.
Funny story, Kent. It's the end of the world.
This is the Red Dress Run, where the only thing tighter than the dresses is the beer budget.
Accentuates all the curves.
Very flattering.
Right.
Oh, it's definitely the end times.
If you're wondering what peak athleticism looks like, this is it. Lace, leg hair, and a whole lot of beer.
This city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportion.
What do you mean, biblical?
What he means is Old Testament, Mr. Mayor.
The incubator put that together. That is so amazing. Wow. Can you imagine those men putting on red dresses and talking about how they fit and the way they act? They act just like women in women's clothes. You know, that's that feminine spirit inside the male. That's why you must be born again. You got to overcome mama. And it's so easy. Really, it's mind-blowing to me how easy it is to encourage men to act like women, but not for women to act like men. It's crazy how easy it is. The men don't even put up a fight. They put on a red dress, they go marching down the street in a red dress and red high heels and acting like women. And our whole country has been feminized like that. And if you notice, the more you put the women in charge, the more feminine the men become. And the world is destroyed. The family is destroyed. Put the woman in charge, it's not in her nature. That's why it doesn't work, folks. It's not going to work. It ain't going to work. Never going to work. Work. I got a Happy Men's History Month. Before I go back to the phones here, I need to have a man history moment. Just a man history moment. This is August. And this is from Forgotten History. My man history moment. Carlos Norman Hathcock II. And he was a United States Marine Corps sniper with a service record of 93 confirmed kills. Hathcock recorded. Hold on a minute. Let me bring my light back on my computer here. Hathcock record and extraordinary details of the mission he undertook made him a legend in the U.S. Marine Corps. Hathcock's nickname, get this, his nickname was White Feathers. Was given to him by the North Vietnamese People Army of Vietnam. Watch this from Forgotten History. That's a lot. Watch this.
In Vietnam, there were a few men, Marines and Army, who became legends. One became so famous, even among the North Vietnamese and Viet Cong, Ho Chi Minh placed a bounty on his head. They even sent their top sniper, called the Cobra, to shoot Marines and lure the Marine sniper out to kill him. He was known as White Feather. Carlos Norman Hathcock was born on May 20th, 1942 in Little Rock, Arkansas. He grew up in Wayne, Arkansas. He lived with his grandmother for 12 years of his life after his parents separated. Hathcock supported his extremely poor family by shooting and hunting at an early age with a .22 caliber J.C. Higgins single-shot rifle. He later graduated to using a Kar 98 German Mauser that his father had brought back from World War II. Hathcock joined the Marines on May 20th, 1959 at the age of 17 and rapidly became a known quantity. He had won the matches at Camp Perry in 1965 and the Wimbledon Cup shooting championships. In 1966, Hathcock deployed to South Vietnam as a military policeman, but later became a sniper after Captain, later Major, Edward James Land wanted snipers in every infantry platoon. At that time, there was no formal sniper school in the Marine Corps, and snipers were designated according to a Marine's marksmanship record and field expertise. Land knew right away that Hathcock was a natural. The NVA and VC called Hathcock Long Trang, which means white feather, because of the white feather he kept in the band on his bush hat. After a platoon of Vietnamese snipers failed to kill him, many Marines in the same area donned white feathers to deceive the enemy and confuse them. Ho Chi Minh placed a bounty of $30,000 on Hathcock because he was so effective, and through a mishap they learned his name. Generally, rewards put on U.S. snipers ranged from $8 to $2,000. Hathcock held the record for the highest bounty ever placed on a Marine, and he killed every Vietnamese sniper who came after him.
Amazing, huh? Now you see why we need white people back. They don't make them like that anymore. One of Hathcock's most remarkable sniper duel in history. Watch this.
In one of the most remarkable sniper versus sniper duels in history, Hathcock and his spotter, John Roland Burke, were stalking the enemy sniper, called the Cobra, in the jungle near Hill 55. This was a fire base southwest of Da Nang, where the Cobra had already killed several Marines to lure Hathcock out to kill him. The stalking lasted for 2 days. Carlos said, "He was close to being as good as I was, but ain't no way. Ain't nobody that good." The Cobra fired at Hathcock as the Marine accidentally tripped over a decayed tree, forcing the shot to miss and hit his spotter's canteen. Then the Cobra took off running. Eventually, the two opposing teams worked their way around the entire area until they had completely exchanged positions. The Cobra was now facing the sun. When Hathcock saw a glint of light reflecting off the enemy sniper's scope in the bushes and fired at it, he shot through the scope, killing the sniper. That meant both men were looking at each other at the same time, but Hathcock was faster.
Amazing, huh? They don't make them like that anymore. Once in a while, through history, men come along like that, i.e., the great white hope, Donald Trump. What the? Last but not least, Hathcock was injured in an explosion, which led him to retirement. And he was greatly honored. Watch this.
On September 16, 1969, Hathcock was riding on an LVTP-5 armored personnel carrier full of Marines when the APC rolled over an anti-tank mine. The explosion rocked the heavy vehicle and wounded all the Marines on board, and a fire broke out. Hathcock jumped off and ran to the rear and pulled 7 Marines from the vehicle, which was an incinerator. Hathcock then collapsed, suffering first, second, and third-degree burns to his face, arms, and legs, and his uniform was aflame. Hathcock had no idea how badly he had been burnt. While recovering, Hathcock received the Purple Heart. Nearly 30 years later, he received the Silver Star for this action, saving those Marines. Although Hathcock had 93 confirmed kills, he estimated that he had killed between 300 and 400 enemy personnel during the Vietnam War. Despite returning to active duty, Hathcock was in daily constant pain, but he continued teaching snipers. Hathcock's health began to deteriorate, and in 1975 he was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Hathcock was honored by having a rifle named after him, the Springfield Armory M25 White Feather, due to his nickname. Carlos summed up his philosophy. Quote, "I like shooting, and I love hunting, but I never did enjoy killing anybody. It was my job. If I didn't get those bastards, then they were going to kill a lot of those kids dressed up like Marines. That's the way I looked at it." Carlos Hathcock, the legendary White Feather, died on February 22, 1999 in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and his legend still stands.
Why history moment. Amazing. May his soul rest in peace. Amazing, huh? They don't make them like that anymore, except for Donald Trump. Once in a while, someone comes along, a Christ-like person, and they stand out because they're not afraid to be themselves, to be an individual, to be whole, to be one. Is his Manhood Hour? What the? Rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. Bring back God's order of God in Christ, Christ over man, man over woman, woman over children. Nothing else is going to work but that, folks. You can try and do whatever you want to try to make it, ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Just like when a man put a dress on or a woman put a man's suit on, it's still a man and it's still a woman. It ain't going to change nothing. It's not going to change. So it's up to you. You can come back to the truth, find your way back to the Father, or you can stay lost in the wilderness of your imagination, thoughts, and emotions. All thoughts and emotions are all wrong, all the time for men and women. I was wondering, my producer gave me this story about a man being arrested in Florida from ABC News. A man was arrested, a Florida man who was arrested after his wife discovered he was married to 2 other women at the same time. This guy was back in court on Thursday for his sentencing hearing after pleading guilty to bigamy. Watch this.
A Florida man was thrown in jail after his wife discovered that he was married to 2 other women at the same time. He was back in court yesterday for his sentencing hearing after pleading guilty to bigamy, which is a felony.
3 Florida women from 3 different Florida counties all met Henry Betsy Jr. on dating websites and married him at county courthouses during a 2-year period. Only one of his wives was willing to appear on camera.
I met him on Match.com. He said all the right things.
He sold the perfect person when in reality he was none of those things. I just started county by county putting his name in, and that's when I came up with the marriage to Michelle and the marriage to Brandy.
The wives all blame the state of Florida for not cross-referencing marriage licenses between counties. Because Henry had no prior criminal convictions and his case in Virginia has not been resolved, the judge said he was limited under the law in what sentence he could impose.
I'm going to sentence him to 2 years of probation with 8 days credit for time served. He'll undergo a mental health evaluation. He'll complete a certified batter's intervention program.
Betsy's former wives and their family and friends said they had hoped he would see jail time, but were glad to put a difficult chapter behind them.
Amazing. He told them what they wanted to hear. He told them what their egos wanted to hear. And so I thought about this. Is it illegal to marry 3 women and be married at the same time? But it's not illegal to have 3 women in your home. If you have 3 wives without being married, that's not illegal. What the? Think about that. And I could be wrong. And I've interviewed guys who have more than 1 woman in their home with him. And then he called them wives. And they call him husband. But they're not, by the court, they're not married. That's not illegal. I want to know what you got, and I want to know what y'all think out there, too, about it, your opinion about this, right? This is from Fox News. A stepfather has gone viral for using excessive... my bad. A stepfather has gone viral for using exercise to discipline his stepson, and then sharing the video on Instagram. Watch this from Fox News. This is so interesting. Watch this.
Well, the internet is divided over an influencer dad's way of disciplining his boys, making them do push-ups and squats.
What's up? Where's your phone?
Baby, stop, I said.
Okay, chill.
Did you just tell your mom to come right here?
Okay.
Put your jacket to her like you. Push-ups.
How many?
Push-ups.
Okay. How many, Dad? How many?
Count them.
2, 3, 9, 10.
Squats. Count them. Deep squat. All the way down. So we tell our mom to chill out?
No.
Absolutely not. I will not let you talk to me. Absolutely not. Would I let anybody else talk to her like that? So you don't get to talk to her. Okay?
So the stepfather tells, the son said to the mother, chill out. No. What the? And,
chill out.
And so as a result, the stepfather punished the kids by, the stepson by telling him to do push-ups and squats.
Drop.
The stepfather and the mother faced backlash online and posted a response on video. Watch it from Fox News.
But there's been a debate over that father's parenting style, with some users accusing him of being abusive for using exercise as punishment, but so many others coming to his defense, calling him a strong father and a, quote, dad being a dad. Another user writing, that's how you raise strong and respectful men. And now the family is responding. Watch.
So apparently me enforcing a physical consequence without like losing it or like smacking my kid is some hot commodity, and like there's a bunch of questions about that. Like, just to be honest, like all I was doing was he talked inappropriately to my girl, and like I wouldn't let that slide for anybody, so I addressed it in a stern immediate way, but like I don't need to hit my kid for him to understand he messed up.
Wait, you don't need to scream and yell and belittle them for them to know that they done messed up?
Amazing. Interesting. So, hey.
Don't react with face.
Yeah,
noise. With caught him.
So, James, you say?
I'm conflicted about this. Because as a kid, I talked back to my mother. And I got in trouble for it.
You got in trouble when you talked back to your mother?
Of course.
By your father?
Yeah, if I recall correctly.
And what would you do or say?
I don't remember. I don't know if I even really got spanked or anything.
Oh, okay.
But at least not in that instance. But it did stick in my mind, don't talk back. Because she asked me if I cleaned my room or something. I'm like, no, do you? Or something like that.
Mamma mia, papa pia,
I know.
policia.
I can see hate doing that.
Holy. Smack him right.
And so, like, I mean, you know, it's not good to have an attitude, whether you're a kid or an adult. But I want a little freedom of speech sometimes, too. A little, I don't know. And then it's the stepfather. That's another layer of this being kind of off. But I did appreciate how the stepfather was calm about it. Like he wasn't. Maybe he knew he was on camera, but anyway, he didn't. He wasn't mean. Yeah, I didn't like how he's like, "Oh, my girl." Nobody gets to talk to my girl like that. That is my irritation with fathers, who are like they'll protect the mother from the son, but not the son from the mother. All right, I'm done.
Why are you looking silly?
That's just my face.
When you were a kid, did you have red hair?
Yeah.
Oh, even as a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know white people, they start out with different color hairs.
Right. Sometimes they start out blonde, and then it turns dark brown.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize my nieces after when they grew up.
Amazing.
Yep.
Darren, what do you say about that story with the stepfather and the stepson, and the stepfather making the kid exercise as a response to his mother?
As a stepfather, I think it's okay. But if I was the father, I'd beat him, in all honesty.
You would beat him?
Yeah, I'd beat that.
You would beat this kid?
I'd beat that kid.
Why?
I'd take off my belt, I'd beat that kid.
Why?
Because I understand how kids operate. You can tell them something, but they'll forget 10 minutes later. So
you would beat the kid for speaking up to his mother?
Oh, yeah.
As a stepfather or as a real father?
Honestly, probably both. Maybe you just need to beat me, Jesse. That won't
forget.
You just got to beat him in all honesty.
You so hot for to beat me.
I'm telling you, because these kids...
Are you serious? You would beat the boy?
Yeah, these kids have TikTok brain. They're not going to listen to you. Like, you can tell them something,
Wait, are you serious?
and they're going to say, okay, and they're going to do it again next week. So it's like,
so you
if you beat them, they're going to remember the beating, and they're going to say, oh, let me respect authority. So
And
I
did
think
your
it's pretty
parents
good.
beat you?
Yeah.
Your parents beat you?
Oh, yeah, I got beat.
They beat you?
They beat me.
Who beat you?
I didn't call 911 either.
Who beat
You
you?
went like this. You
Who-
beat me.
Who beat you? Your daddy or your mama, both?
My dad. My mom would try, but I just look at her like, what are you doing? Stop it. This doesn't hurt.
I mean, it sort of hurt, but not like my dad. When my dad comes, oh boy.
And so you glad they
I'm
beat
gonna
you?
die. What'd you say?
Are you happy they beat you?
Yeah, it taught me.
And that's why you beat the kid?
Yeah, I did the same thing. Kids, they don't listen. They don't understand communication well.
Amazing.
Unless it's physical.
Okay. And you say Anchor Baby?
You know, I didn't see. One thing I didn't see was calm in that Stepfather. I didn't quite see it the same way. Hey, I thought I saw desperation and like quick like. What I saw was that in that moment was what I thought I saw was shock and desperation. Like he's
in the
Stepfather.
Okay.
Personally, although I may have shared some of the same conflicts. Besides that, though, the other thing I was thinking that ordered my thoughts was when they were responding to the public, and they, at one hand, the public was saying that was abuse, and on the other hand, the public was saying that was amazing fatherly role. I don't really think it was either of them. It really wasn't either. It really wasn't crazy and abusive, like.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's how you bring love into the home. How the other people said.
Amazing. What do you think about what Derek just said? Derek said
Are you playing? Are you gonna really beat him? Like,
beat him how?
When you say beat, yeah. Now what do you mean?
With a belt, with how I was beat. It was
And
really.
what was that like, if you could say?
It was sort of with a hanger. Really, whatever was in proximity. So
you got beat with a hanger?
Yeah, one time.
A metal one?
That's not too bad.
It was a plastic one, nothing too crazy.
A plastic one or iron
Just a
one?
plastic one, not an iron one. No, that's
a metal one.
Yeah, not a metal one. But yeah, with belts,
switches and stuff,
and leather welts.
Yeah, belts.
Gucci belts and leather welts.
But it wasn't traumatized. I mean, it was sort of traumatized, and it corrected me. But I think it's important.
It was traumatizing in what way?
It was traumatizing. For example, whenever I would do something, I would think twice. You know,
that you might get beat.
Right, that I might get beat, and yeah, that slowed me down.
And so you were traumatized by the beating?
That's right, because I would think twice before I did something.
Oh.
So I think it's important.
And so you must love when Oprah said you told Hoppo to beat me. All my life, I've been beat by men. My daddy, my brothers, my uncles, my cousin, my nephew. I ain't gonna take it no more.
That wasn't love right there. I don't know about those beats that she went through. That wasn't love. What I got was tough love. Now that was just.
Was he mad when he did it, or was he calmed down by the time that he did it?
Who? His father?
When his dad did it.
He would seem angry. He'd be yelling at me, you know, just beating me, yelling at me. You know, you shouldn't have done that. Yeah, whatever I did.
A lot of people in chat are relating.
You
Did
know.
he call you nigga rara?
No. There was one time he did when I was older, but I was like in my teens. And it's like, you know, when they get in their teens that, you know, where you try to puff up against your father. I had one of those moments, and then he called me that, and I was like, oh, shoot, let me chill.
He was like, sit down, nigga rara.
That's right.
Come here, nigga rara, before I beat you.
That's right. And I think pretty
Nigga
much
rah-rah.
most kids go through that. I mean, you've got your chill kids. Like my brother, he was kind of chill. He didn't go through a lot of the beatings like I did because
Right.
I was like always front and center trying to do something grand. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Your brother conformed and you rebelled.
That's right.
And the rebel won't always get beat. They try to beat you into conformity.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Any last word about that hate? Anything else you want to add or take away from that?
About the beating thing?
With the stepfather and this
Oh.
boy.
Yeah, I can see what Anchor Baby is talking about, although I couldn't see the guy's face. You could hear in his voice and just his actions of like correcting the attitude of the woman was sort of perhaps kissing up or people don't really know what to do with kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, what?
I didn't comment on that.
How do you guys know it's the stepfather? Oh, my bad. Fox News.
I respect that too.
Yeah.
I think I respect that too. Him telling his stepson, "Yeah, this is my gal." I think it's fine. This is my gal. You know,
my girl
shows authority. It tells a young boy, "Hey, though this is your mom, this is my gal."
This is
respect
crazy.
it. You've got to. Hey, if you're the stepfather, you've got to come in with dominance, man. You've got to be able to dominate.
This isn't your mom anymore.
Hey, man, you got to tell him straight up, "Hey, this isn't your mom anymore, little guy. This is mine." So hey, you got to respect it. It's either you gonna fight this grown man, or, you know,
amazing.
You're gonna respect it.
What I realized from it is this is what screw up everyone. The number one, the mother was standing there on the phone, and whatever she said to the boy recognized the mother was wrong, the way she responded to him. So he like, cool out, you know, why you gotta act that way? He had a right to tell her that. He should have corrected her. And that's how you grow up and become a normal adult, when you're able to agree and disagree with your parents. And especially when they were out of control the way she was. She was on the phone, looking at the phone, telling him whatever he said, and it was wrong. He responded to that. And then the stepfather's bitter and weak and pathetic, but punished the boy rather than telling the mother, hey, the son is talking to you, why don't you put that phone down and listen to him and be patient. But he couldn't tell her that because he's there for his own need, his ego need from her. He wants the attention, so he's kissing, as Dave used the word, kissing up at the mother for his own gratification. He doesn't care about that boy at all. And the mother eating it up that he's catering to her. And plus, a stepfather got no business correcting somebody else's kids anyway. He shouldn't even be there. And so this one will grow up traumatized, and they're going to blame it on him instead of pointing out what the parents did to set him up like that. And the man up there, oh, this is my girl. That ain't his girl.
Whose girl is
it? Her daddy. And ain't nobody girl. He's catered to her, and she's sucking it up. Because she's not saying, you know what, I'm wrong. I should have listened to my son. Or he gave me all the signs by telling me whatever he said to her. Can we play that first part?
Yeah, I missed what you were talking about.
Yeah, the mother said something to the son, and he said, well, cool out. Chill out. Why are you acting that way? Something like that. Here's that soundbite.
Chill out, Barb.
Yeah, something.
All right, here we go.
Well, the internet is divided over an influencer dad's way of disciplining his boys, making them do push-ups and squats.
What's up? Where's your phone?
Baby, stop, I said.
Okay, chill.
Did you just tell your mom to come right here?
Ready?
Put your jacket to her like you do. Push-ups.
How many?
Push-ups.
Ready? How many? How many?
Count them.
2, 3, 9, 10.
Squats. Count them. Feet flat. All the way down. Do we tell our mom to chill out?
No.
Absolutely not. I will not let you talk to my girl. Absolutely not. Would I let anybody else talk to her like that? So you don't get to talk to her. Okay?
See, look how this woman not even paying attention to him. And whatever she said, he's like, okay, chill. He's right. And instead of the stupid stepfather saying, you know what, son, you're right. And put your phone down, lady, and pay attention to your son. She never even look up. Now what y'all think about that? And now the boy's going to grow up.
I feel the same way.
The boy's going to grow up being afraid to speak up and to be himself, and because he got to been forced to respect authority. And he's going to grow up weak and afraid of women and everything.
What a mess.
They set him up to grow up to be a weak young man.
You think so?
Yeah. He punished the boy for telling the mother to chill out.
That's why the whites are nice.
I don't know.
Well, y'all think you can disagree. What do you think, Nick?
No, Seeing it again, I feel the same way as I did before. I thought he was desperate. I thought it was a shock to him, and he's desperate here.
The man or the boy?
The stepfather.
Yeah.
I thought it was a shock to him, and then the second video when the woman's like, they're describing how they're disciplining, and the guy and the woman was like, yeah, it's better this way. I'm paraphrasing a bit. It's better this way, not belittling them and all this. I'm like, I wonder who she's thinking about.
Him, yeah.
I wonder who she's thinking about when she's
Herself.
saying that.
And then the child is going to
Maybe
grow
the real
up being
father.
weak now because he got punished for telling the mother to chill out.
I don't know.
Chad says the boy was rude, though, Jesse. The boy was rude.
No,
How
he
you gonna
wa-
let that?
She was rude to him. Only thing the boy is doing is giving back to the mother what she gave to him. She was rude to him by yelling at him like that. And he yelled back, chill out.
I don't know. I sort of know how kids operate.
Huh?
I sort of know how kids operate, and they can be annoying at times. And I've had a similar situation
But if
like
the parents
this,
were
where-
not annoying, the kids wouldn't be annoying.
Or you're saying if the parents weren't annoying?
Uh-huh.
How are they, well, what
They're
do you
like-
mean? How are they being annoying? It looked like she was busy doing something on her phone.
She was on the phone. She should put the phone down, see what her son wants, and respond to him with patience.
Oh.
She was like, stop it.
I don't know.
Right. That's why the son said, chill out.
I don't know.
Okay.
When I think about when I was a kid, I know I would talk to my parents
But that's
any
what's
kind of
wrong with
way,
black
no matter
parents.
what they're doing.
That's what's wrong with
And I
black
know a
kids
lot of
anyway.
kids-
They've been beat by their parents.
And it's not just being black. I mean, all kids do it. They're pretty annoying. They talk when they're not supposed to talk, like in church. That's why you got to slap your kids around in church because they don't know how to how to act right. So I don't know. I don't think it's
Okay.
I don't know if it's that.
But
deep.
this is what traumatized all people. The lack of love from the parents. And that stepfather was wrong. He should, if he didn't would try to get something from that woman, he would have told her, hey, your son is talking to you. You just yelled at him. And you never even looked up. She kept her eyes on the phone. And what's more important? Your kids or the stupid phone?
I mean, I'm thinking of the order of things. God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman, woman over children.
But that ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Even if
That's not. These people wouldn't know God and slapped them in the face.
Oh Lord.
This man was about the woman for himself, and she was about the man for herself, and the hell with the children.
And push-ups and squats don't bring discipline.
It don't.
Like, not in that way. It's like it's like one day of squat. You got to do squats and push-ups every day.
It makes you weak
Inside
and
out.
afraid.
I don't know. Isn't that like a military
Those
tactic?
parents were evil.
A military form of discipline,
No.
making people do push-ups.
He ain't in the military.
And I mean,
What I'm
it's a
saying is
similar
that you got to be
process, I
that,
think.
not just act at once. That's what I was trying to say.
This boy talking about, that's a form of discipline. He ain't in the military. 888-77, yes, 8.
You don't think that the woman was off, Derek?
Oh, the woman? I mean, she didn't respond to her son in time, and it's like
She normally goes sit
I
down
don't know
or something,
exactly.
whatever she said.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what she was doing on the phone. So
I
but
guarantee
still.
you, if that father, that man has said, you know what, your son is talking to you, put the phone down and stop yelling at him, it'll be a whole different story. That woman would be like, call the police, he abused me.
And I didn't like that he's an influencer.
Oh, he's an
Oh, that
influencer?
part I didn't
What's an
understand.
influence mean?
He posts this stuff on the internet.
Oh.
So that wasn't like a security cam. It was like, that's what they used for their show, whatever.
I mean, it got shared somehow, and the news report called him an influencer.
Oh.
I got you.
Amanda, a first-time caller out of Tennessee. Amanda, welcome to the show and happy Men's History Month.
Happy Men's History Month.
Thank you.
So maybe I have completely misinterpreted your point of view. I am open to discussion.
Okay.
I'm open to polite discussion from both of us. I get the feeling you really don't have much regard for women, And I don't know if you know this, but if it weren't for a woman, you wouldn't be here on this earth.
And why do you say that?
My interpretation of what I hear, and I listen most mornings, you tend to put women down. You expect them to be completely subservient to men. And you just don't speak very highly of them. Now, that's my interpretation.
I understand. And then why do you say if it wasn't for a woman, I wouldn't be here?
Because it takes a man and a woman to create a child.
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay. You are right. I will give you that.
So I would be here if it wasn't for a woman. What do I say that...
There has to be an egg. There has to be an egg involved, is my understanding.
What do I say that's not true about women?
I'm sorry. Okay, go.
What do I say that's not true about females?
What's not true about females?
I said, what do I say?
What do you say?
Yeah, that's not true about females.
I cannot speak for all females. I can only speak for myself.
Right.
All females are not evil. We are not out to snag a man just to make a bunch of babies. My husband and I fell in love, and we fell in love in high school, reconnected 30 years later, married in our late 40s. I was by no means trying to snag a man for a baby. But we have a marriage that sometimes is 80-20 him, sometimes it's 80-20 me, sometimes it's 70-30 either way. It's neither one of us is any better or any less than the other one.
So you're saying that sometimes your husband obey you?
Is what is over me?
You say your marriage is 80-20 sometimes with your husband, 80-20 sometimes with you. Are you saying that sometimes your husband obeys you?
I don't really like the word obey.
Are you saying that sometimes he follows you?
Yes, sir.
Your husband follow you sometimes?
Yes, he does follow me, and he follows my lead. And sometimes I follow him.
Sometimes he listens to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But every time a man listens to the woman, he suffers.
All right, let me... I completely disagree with that. Not every time. Because in our marriage... I would never do anything to deliberately mislead my husband. Now, when I say that he does listen to me and he listens to my opinion and how I feel about something, when it comes to the spiritual head of our household, he is the spiritual head of our household.
Well, how can he be the spiritual head of your house, of you, when he's following you?
Because when it comes to anything regarding our spiritual walk as a couple and our decisions as far as that goes, I turn it over to him. If we cannot come to a mutual decision, he has the final word.
But how can he switch from following what's right to following what's wrong to following what's right? Because when he's following you, he's not the spiritual head of you. How can that be?
All right. Can I give you an example?
Yes.
All right. We are United Methodist. And
no wonder.
And as I think you know, the United Methodist Church in the last few years has gone through a great transformation in some of the churches. We were trying to decide if we were going to stay at our church or if we were going to leave the United Methodist Church about a year ago. We discussed it. We each gave our opinions and our heartfelt, thoughts. and we were kind of waxing and waning. And I looked at him and I said, if we cannot come to a mutual decision on this, then I will step back and let you make the decision as to where we go, what decision is made regarding our walk.
Let me ask you this because of time. Is it true that all women are evil?
No.
Have you ever met a good woman?
Many good women, and I am one of them.
You a good woman?
Yes, sir.
What's good about you?
I am kind to other people. I love my husband. I respect my husband. I encourage my husband.
And so, but what's good about you? You're telling me all the bad things about you. What's good about you?
What's bad about any of that?
But there's no proof that you're not evil. You're doing those things because you want something back. What's good?
No, I do not
What's
do those
good
things.
about you?
What's good about me?
Yes.
I am a faithful follower of God.
Of who?
Of God.
Of God?
God, G-O-D. I am a faithful follower, and I listen to his instructions.
So how can you be a faithful follower of God and think that you are good?
I'm not perfect, but I'm good.
But
okay, you know what?
How can you be a faithful follower of God and think that you are good?
Well, what am I supposed to think?
The truth.
What is the truth?
You're no good. Ain't nothing good about you at all.
I just want to end this conversation on a pleasant note.
No, man, I'm telling you, there's nothing good about you at all.
And we're not going to agree on this because I am.
I'm not trying to agree or disagree. I'm just telling you the truth that there's nothing good about you at all.
Jesse, you don't know me.
Yes, I do.
You've never met me. You don't know
I just
me.
met you.
No, we have never met. We've had one conversation.
Right, but how many conversations do I need to have before I know that you are no good?
I don't understand what makes you say I'm no good because I'm female.
What's good about you?
What's good about me?
Yes.
I don't have to defend myself to you.
No, what's good about you?
What's good about me? I don't have to defend myself to you because everything I say, you're going to contradict.
Why? But you haven't told me anything that's good about you. You told me what you do. You pretend to be nice by doing those things for people and all that, but you're really not nice. You're doing those things for your own personal feelings.
All right, so
but let me ask. Let me ask this. Who are you?
Who am I?
Yes.
I am Amanda. I'm a child of God. I am loved by God, and that makes me good. Being loved by God makes me good.
So you told me you belong to God. Good. You told me your name. You told me God love you, but who are you?
I'm not. Who am I?
Yeah, who are you? You're not your name. Are you your name?
You know what? I'm a person who struggles with life, with all sorts of things, and I also am a fighter. I'm a person who fights.
And so, if you like, you said you belong to God, why are you fighting and struggling? And you're no good. How can all that be? And you're a child of God. That doesn't make sense. And you think that how can you be good and struggle and fight?
Okay, I think you misunderstood when I said I fight. I am a fighter. I am I never give up.
What kind of fighter?
I'm internal. I fight my demons.
And who are you?
Jesse, you know what? I think that I know I'm a good person.
But there's nothing good about you.
Okay. I appreciate you taking my call.
But who
and
are
before
you?
hang up real
Who
quick-
are you, Amanda?
I've told you. I have told you. And you want me to say I'm this evil, horrible person.
You are evil.
Okay. I'm going to let you go, and thank you for taking my call. Thank you.
Amanda, don't go. Baby, please. Baby, please, don't go. Amanda ran. The good lady ran. What the? 888-7753-773. The good lady of God ran. Call me back, Amanda. Let me go to Kentucky and talk to Vernita. Vernita, you are on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, Vernita.
I want to answer the biblical question.
What's the difference between the facts and the truth?
The facts are contradicting, I've noticed. And the truth, I'll never know.
You'll never know the truth?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I just feel I would never know the truth because it's so much out there, so much contradicting. And I saw people lose their minds in political and religious, and I just feel I'll never know the truth.
Amazing. Ada, I appreciate you responding to the biblical question. James, you said the same thing?
I notice people lose their minds trying to know or thinking they know about politics and religion.
That's for sure. So I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. Thank you for that. But let me ask, have you ever met or seen or heard of a good woman?
No.
So how come women think that they are good?
I don't know, Jesse, but I'm trying to be a better woman.
There you go.
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered, though, why women think they are good? And they don't
No,
recognize that they're evil.
I recognize the evil in women. I'm a woman, and I've seen evil things in me.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you stay with it. And thank you so much for responding to the biblical question. I'll put my little 2 cents in on Sunday.
All right. Thank you, Jesse. Have a good day.
You too. 888-7753-773. One thing you can bank on, folks, the whole wide world. There's no such thing as a strong woman, and there's no such thing as a good woman. Women are not strong, it's just that men are weak. No such thing as a strong woman, and there's no such thing as a good woman. You can bank on that. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian, read the Bible, or not, atheist, Mormon, Jewish, Catholic. What's that religion that called me today?
Amish.
Atheist, educated, non-educated. You can bank on that one. No such thing as a good woman or a strong woman. Prove me wrong, I'll eat my hat.